In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. May peace and blessings be upon you all. The religion of Islam.
Islam means complete and total submission to the will of Allah.
Islam is the eternally true religion that the Prophet Muhammad, may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, came with.
It is the religion that agrees with both intelligence and reason. Islam is the religion that is appropriate for all periods, locations, and people.
Islam is a comprehensive way of life that provides a complete code of behavior to guide the Muslim in all aspects of his life.
Islam teaches us about Allah's unity and the laws that Allah wants us to obey.
It teaches us that there is only but one true God, Allah, the creator of the heavens and earth.
Islam commands us to do good and refrain from evil. A Muslim is someone who practices Islam as their faith.
Muslims are treated equally regardless of race, color, language, or nationality. Islam's commands are universally applicable to all of its followers. All of its followers must obey its directives, and all of them have the same rights and duties. Both men and women will be rewarded for their good and punished for their wrongdoing, unless the Almighty, in His great generosity, forgives His servant, since He is the most merciful and forgiving. According to Islam, Allah does not look at the beauty of our features, the strength of our bodies, the color of our skin, or our riches and money, but rather at the goodness of our deeds, the sincerity of our conduct, and the purity of our hearts. In Islam, all people are equal. The only factor that distinguishes one from another and makes one superior to the other is the distinction of taqwa, piety and righteousness. Our Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, "All of you are children of Adam, and Adam was created from clay. There is no distinction for the Arab over a non-Arab, nor for a non-Arab over an Arab, except with taqwa, piety. This unity and equality of mankind is expressed in the following verse of the Quran. O humanity, indeed, we created you from a male and a female, and made you into peoples and tribes, so that you may get to know one another." Islam is the religion of peace, and commands us to aim for the greater ideals. It teaches us to love one another, respect one another, show mercy to one another, forgive one another, collaborate for the good of society, and work together for the happiness and success of mankind. Islam commands us to obey and respect our parents, to be nice and merciful to them, and to respect and honor our neighbors. It teaches us to be generous, charitable, humble, modest, and clement. Islam encourages us to be kind and fair to all people, even our enemies. At all times, Islam teaches us to respect and defend people's lives and property, as well as to honor others. Islam allows us to partake in the world's legal pleasures. It forbids us from eating swine, taking and giving interest, drinking wine, committing fornication, murder, theft, gambling, and cheating, exploiting others, oppression, cruelty to animals, haughtiness, pride, selfishness, jealousy, backbiting, slandering, telling lies, mocking others, and looking down on people. Islam requires us to perform the 5 daily prayers, pay charity to the poor, fast throughout the month of Ramadan, and attend the Hajj journey. Islam commands us to use our intellect, mind, and intelligence to protect it, and not to allow it to be destroyed and harmed by wine, drugs, or any other types of intoxicants. Because our intellect and mind are the most precious parts of our being, and it is through our intellect and mind that we can distinguish between right and wrong, that we are aware of Allah's existence, that we can understand Allah's words and the commands of our religion, and conceive and comprehend the things around us. Islam teaches us that this world will not last forever, that it will end, that everyone will appear before Allah after death, and that he will be held accountable for all his actions. It teaches us that the pious and good will have a better and eternal existence, while the evildoers will be punished unless Allah, in his boundless mercy, forgives them. Thus, Islam requires us to do our best to do good in this world in order to achieve Allah's pleasure and gain entry to Jannah by Allah's compassion. For this reason, Islam instructs us to prepare for the afterlife by worshipping Allah, obeying his laws, and following the model and example of our Prophet Muhammad, may Allah's peace and blessing be upon him, in our daily lives. Islam represents peace, salvation, safety, success, direction, truth, and light. Islam is the religion of all of Allah's prophets and messengers, and it is the only religion that Allah accepts. Allah says, "Indeed, the religion in the sight of Allah is Islam. Whoever seeks a way other than Islam, it will never be accepted from them, and in the hereafter they will be among the losers."